on, Veronica. Look, the emperor. And it's so funny. I was just listening to the twins, David and Gary, this morning as they were talking about Iran and what's happening. And they said, look at the legs of the emperor. What is he wearing? Armor. He thinks he's a wartime person. And look at here. What is this? This is not emotional maturity. This is blocked emotions, emotional strain. This is emotional manipulation. Let's get it. See you over on YT. All right, let me hit the chat so that chat's here. When you make it to the chat, say hello over on YT. I have to get off here, you guys, because the things that I'm going to be talking about is going to get me in trouble on this particular platform. So you need to come see me on YT. Come see me on YT so we can talk, so we can actually talk. And again, as always, for entertainment purposes only. And allegedly. Hey, hey Sean, hey Don, hey, is that Heather? All right, so I'm gonna turn this off. All right, you guys, that's where I am. See y'all later. Thank you for hanging out. Bye bye. We gotta go because I don't trust this platform. All right, so I was live for 40 minutes. Good lord, already? Bye, y'all. I'm over on YT. See you there. Okay, we are live now. Hey, Veronica. All right. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is some shit. I'm gonna have to pray first, of course. But y'all, only person I see his face clear as day. It's Net, bro. It's Net. This is him. He's watching from afar. He's watching from afar. Planning, decision making, progress. He's watching everything. Thanks so much for sharing it. I appreciate it. Don, you know it, Don. Got to get on. I had to help my daughter take down her braids. I'm leaving at around 6ish so I can do my son's hair. He has dreads, so I got to tighten him up. But this right here, y'all. Okay, so for the sake of YT, because I was showing it on TikTok just now. By the way, before we get into this, it's a really good time for you to share this out. It's a great time for you to hit subscribe because these are the only people who can talk to me. Is you have to have hit subscribe. Why do I make that requirement? I know I could grow a little faster if it was more open, but I have to guard my own energy. And almost every time a Black person goes live, there's going to be some ignorance that hops into our comments. And a lot of the times, that ignorance is actually a bot, not a real person. So, to at least put one barrier in between in order to comment on my videos now, and I'm actually going through my old ones too and changing the settings, you have to have subscribed. So, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for at least trying to say, hey, I'm trustworthy. All right, so I appreciate it. Also, I'm trying to get my subscribers up because I'm trying to get monetized on this platform because life isn't free. So I have to make money. I'm not doing this just for money because I can't. As y'all see with the last live, I went live because I needed to talk to somebody. I was just beyond angry at one, the strike, and two, the lies that there were AI stuff. I'll look at the AI video a little bit later, Dawn. We're going to do our March spread so I don't get too far away from doing that. So probably after, because when I get into AI stuff, I'm in there. So we'll do that a little bit later. But I'm telling you right now, remember I had that vision quest during the last live. I don't know if y'all remember, but I had that vision quest during the last live where there was a congressperson in the Senate or something arms crossed and everything, saying very solidly, and I think it was Rand, um, who gave you that order, right? Who gave you that order? And when we did the card spread, we saw the blue star. I'm going to tell you now, all I see visually right now, even as I'm talking to you, even as I'm looking out, I see just him. This is his order. This is his plan. The fact that he made this administration called chicken on Iran, Russia, and China, allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Y'all see it scrolling across the screen. This is just interpretations. That is all. Nothing I'm saying is fact. Nothing I'm saying is misinformation. I'm just talking about how I'm thinking. That's why this is called TinTalk for the tinfoil community. Okay? There we go. That's the disclaimer here. Also, please make sure that you comment and engage because that helps the alligators get fed so that more people can come watch the show. Okay. So all I see is him. And that's letting me know very, very clearly he's the mastermind behind this. So when this card came out here, well, this card came out first, and I heard White House down. There is definitely disharmony. There's definitely discord. There's definitely discord, right? Happening right now. The tensions are beyond high. There's a lot of anger there, and accusations. Let me say, the GOP is not as lockstep as we think. Okay, they're definitely not. And this I keep hearing the white man voice. This is a bridge too far. That's not what he sounds like. But for some of them, this is a bridge too far because now you have cost us American lives. Now I can't back you up. And we've already got reports of 3 lives taken, 5 lives critical of our military. We don't know what they're doing to our civilians, our citizens who got caught off guard, you know, because they're not striking in Iran, they're striking in other places. Iran ain't stupid. We are. We have bases in several countries, and they're unprotected as far as knowing when a strike is going to come from somebody when you didn't know we were going. Let me take that back. It's not necessarily that we didn't know we were going to strike Iran because they did move the stuff in place, right? That said, not every base knows what's happening. So not every base knew to be on guard. Because this was not a sanctioned attack between everybody. Everybody's not on one accord. Generals. Something about the generals. Let me pray first. I feel some stuff trying to nudge its way into my head, so into my vision. So we are going to pray first. I'm looking for my earrings. What did I do with my earrings? I don't want to wear those earrings. Where are my other earrings? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I like wearing earrings. I feel real naked. Yeah, we're going to clear this air. Yeah, you're really about to make folks not. You're about to make folks. Man with the dead hand said they would like to be. Yeah, we talked about the man with the dead hand last time. I don't know if you saw that one, Sean. I can't remember if you were on, but we had talked. Yeah, lots of sorrow just now. I just, whew, that's why I'm like, let me go ahead and pray. Let me go ahead and pray. And again, I'm getting a bridge too far. Like I said last time, how many bridges you got? Because y'all keep saying that. It's beyond unnecessary. Like, it's way beyond unnecessary, man. Okay. Let's ring the bell, and then let's get some clarity. Let's do some things. Um, but this is definitely what this is. Fire, fire, fire card. 3 fire cards, and then the water card. But the water card is the one in reverse. If this card wasn't in reverse, then I would go, okay, we're going to put it out. But it's in reverse. And then right behind the Emperor card is the anxiety card, is the Devil card. Hey, Tabby. But let me tell you what's also real good before we get in. So, Emperor, anxiety, Devil, right? Or nightmare situation. But then watch what happens. A big dose of water. A big dose of water. Because look, this is fire. Hold on, fire. And then blowing air on the fire to make it bigger. And this is earth, scorching the earth. And then water. Water's like, no. And then we start to see light at the end of the tunnel. And this, to me, is the perp walk. This is when we walk you through the square as you head to where you're supposed to be headed. That's the perp walk. Yeah, it could be from U.S. families and Iranians. It's a lot. It's from a lot of people. It's definitely from a lot of people. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah. Is whew. All right. Let's pray. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 bells. We're gonna clear the air that way. While we're doing that, you can be breathing in, saying your prayer, your meditation, your white light of protection, whatever it is. So we're going to do the 3 bells. The first bell is going to be to relax. The second bell is going to be to release. And the third bell is going to be to call in protection and expand your own spiritual energy. All right, so we're going to relax, release, expand. Okay? So on the first bell, you're going to just breathe in for a count of like 3, 4, 5, whatever your lungs can handle. You're going to have your hand on your stomach, one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart. This is to regulate yourself. And you should feel your hand move as you take a deep breath. That means you're getting air into your diaphragm, and that's what we need to have. And then you're going to hold it for about 3, 4 seconds, let it move through you, and then you're going to release that air, and you're going to do it through your mouth in a controlled manner, and let your shoulders sag with it. You should feel your stomach completely deflate from where you had expanded it. The second one we're going to do is we're going to breathe in positive emotions. We're going to breathe in hope. We're going to breathe in joy. We're going to breathe in peace, calm, whatever you need to breathe in. We're going to breathe that in. We're going to call it in, basically. And then you're going to hold it. Let that spread throughout you. And then you're going to release, again, through your mouth, the negativity, the fear, the anxiety, the desperation, anything you're feeling at this moment, you're going to release that. And then on the third breath, you're going to call in protection. and you're going to envision in your mind or with your feeling the white light of protection. You can see it coming through your crown chakra if you need to see it that way. See it coming from the heavens and through your crown chakra. But at the same time, when you're holding it, you're expanding also yours from within. You're going to see it come from your heart space and then cover yourself. So it should be two sources of energy. And when you release on that one, you expand until they're one source of energy. I hope you understand that because we're going to do it. All right. So relax, release, expand. That's what we do. We're doing 3 breaths. And again, hand over heart, because this is for self regulation, and hand over belly to make sure that we're taking a deep enough breath. Understood? If y'all understood, give me a yes in the chat, and then we're going to get going. Because I know we're a little delayed. Meanwhile, I'm going to put on some chapstick. I put that on like this because it's like broken. So, in case you're wondering, why did she dab it? Because it's broken. It like melted or something. And so I don't want pieces all over the place. I'm trying to see how much of a delay we have. I just now got your yes. So this is quite a bit of a delay. It's like 15 seconds or so. Okay. Keep in mind then that we're about a 15-second delay. So whenever you're responding to me, besides this yes, I understand what the yes is for. But whenever you're responding to me, make sure that you're responding in a complete thought so that like when I do finally see your chat, I know what we're applying it to, because sometimes y'all respond and I'm like, what was that? What are you talking about? Especially if I'm if I'm like really in, I guess I'll say the spirit. I don't know. When I'm really in my place, um, I don't actually know what I'm saying. I don't actually remember any of it. So when people are like, you said, I'm like, I did. Show it to me. Like, what day was it? Where can I go find it? All right. At least I'm not hungry this time, but I do feel the ache of all of this pressure. All right, let's go. So first bell, again, in through your nose, hold it, and then release. You should feel your shoulders drop. If your shoulders didn't drop, you're still holding onto your tension. So make sure you do that again on the second one. So on the second breath, we are going to breathe in the positivity. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever it is that you need, hope, faith, peace, calm, action. Because I'm still putting that out there, y'all. I'm still putting that out there. Y'all need to move into action. Okay? So whatever you need, that's what we're going to do in the second one. And let's do it. Make sure you have dropped your negative emotions on that exhale breath. If you did not, you should go ahead and do that now. Like do your own breath real quick before we get into this third one. All right. Third one. You are again inhaling protection, envisioning the white light coming around you and through you, and then expanding your own energy to meet it on the exhale. Nope, I don't like that one. When it's sharp, I don't like it. And then say whatever your meditation or prayer is. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Whew. All right. What are we starting with? Start with joy. That's what I heard. Start with joy. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Would the collective be joy? Okay, got it. All right. So we're going to start with a collective reading first before we get into before we I'm trying to get better with timestamps. I'm not doing well. Um, if anybody's able to, whenever we change subjects, if you can just like type in the time, like, and whatever it is that we changed it to. So, like right now, we're getting ready to do collective reading for the spiritually enlightened, in other words, us, right? So, we're 21 minutes and 53 seconds in, or 22 minutes in. So, it would be like 22 minutes collective reading. Okay. If anybody's able to, I would appreciate it because I'm sucking at it. Anyway, 22 minutes collective. That way I can put actual timestamps and also know where to cut these videos at. All right. Thank you. Oh, you're East. Okay, perfect. Okay, so as I said, we're about to get into the collective reading. I'm hearing to use the light seers. So we're going to go ahead and go to the light seers. That's just because that's what we are. So we are the light seers. So we're going to do that. And then I will drop you down. Hold on, my floor is a mess. So let me take care of that. All right. Because I knocked stuff down and I forgot to put it up. So my bad. And I'll pick it up later because I gotta clean up after this anyway. I'm just hiding things from you. And then my rope. I got one of the TikTok jump ropes. And then like I can't jump because I'm not allowed to. Sorry, these pants are falling. All right, bone spur. Yay. I'm gonna try that supposedly that oil thing, the castor oil, works for bone spurs. So I'm gonna try that for a few weeks and see. I know other people are obsessed with losing weight, so they're trying it for weight and digestion and whatever. I wish y'all to get off of that shit. That's just white patriarchal stuff of like having you focused on your weight all the time instead of realizing that stress adds weight, drinking adds weight, improper eating and the food that they give us adds weight. We have no food regulation anymore, so poisons, overworking, not sleeping, all that stuff adds weight. But I'm gonna try it for the bone spur. I heard it works for the bone spur. Even still, oh, okay, this is a good start. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Look. Hold on, I gotta bring you down. But look what's at the split. Being released from the devil. Look at that. Being released from the devil. And then also, we got temperance in reverse. These are two major arcana that just showed up. Well, matter of fact, hold on. There are actually three because the card that fell out first is the wheel, which is a 10 card, which is a completion card, which means it's time for things to change. Remember, we did talk about that. You know, that the shift is my turn, right? We did talk about that. And I think that's the response we're getting is we know it's our turn. Like they know it's our turn. So again, things being out of alignment, out of balance, but we're also being released from this devil here. The other thing too, though, to this is about being out of balance and stuff. The way that I'm hearing it, the way that it, because I wasn't going to say it, but like I keep hearing it. So I'm like, let me say it. It's like trying to always have a balanced response, trying to always have a decorum about it, a rule following. For instance, like our Congress still hasn't met. This happened Saturday morning, and they're like, on Monday, honey, y'all don't work enough to have weekends off. Like, y'all don't work enough to have weekends off. No, you should have met Saturday, as other European countries did, because obviously any threat to Iran was a threat to the world because they don't know how Iran would respond, or Iran, whatever. And, people who are intelligent, they know the itch was for WW3. They know the itch was for that. Again, entertainment purposes only. So it's like, what I'm getting with that temperance card is that it's time to stop following the rules, right? Rules for you, but not for me, that kind of thing. So it's like, it's time to stop following the rules because the rules are keeping us out of balance. Because if you look at this, it's really interesting. I'm getting with his face, especially, which I never noticed before, but I'm getting with his face this determination of like, I said, you ever seen parents or somebody trying to stop two kids from fighting, or try to, like, have you ever seen, like, physically have to try to do something? That's what this feels like. This feels like, no, get in your place. And that is like, we have to be forceful with it, is what I'm getting that we need to stop going, could you please? It's like, no, separate, get in your place and do what you're supposed to be doing. And so that's what we need to do, is we need to forcefully come in and separate. um, oh, and the magician was right under that in reverse. His manipulation, exactly. Oh man, let me just drop y'all down so y'all can see the cards. All right, hold on. I gotta remove this. I'm literally holding you up with cards. They closed the Strait of Hormuz. I told you it's gonna be a lot, and I still left the blanket there for y'all to see. Okay. Anyway, where are we? You don't see enough, so I'm gonna bring you down. I don't want to drop you again because I did that to you last time. I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing. Okay. I want you to see more than what you're seeing. Not more of my room. More of the deck, the cards, the table. Hello. Okay. Now it's too bright. So let me kill this stuff. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't have a setup yet, but I promise when we move, I will. There we go. I love having a light by my app. Now, that's a technology I can get with. Okay, so it's darker. You can't see her that well. It's the camera. All right, I gotta get a new webcam. I've had this one a very long time, like maybe like 8 years, 7, 8 years. I can't put you on pills. I'll put you on my blood pressure pill. Oh, actually, I can. It works. There we go. Hi on a Sunday. Oh my God. All right. So this is what we're working with so far. And this is like paint. Oh, that's a chrome. That's paint. Okay. So this is a card we're actually reading. These are the energies that were underneath. Oh, look at all these majors. Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. And then the pentacles, which reminds me of temperance. All these majors, bro. That's interesting. What did I get on my shirt? I swear. You never know what you need to do until the camera gets on. It's on. Anyway, so like I said, this wheel, this is the card that jumped out for us to read. These are the energies underneath it. Okay. Got it. These are the energies underneath it. We have to turn the table. And this has been happening. This has started around that lunar, that not lunar, solar eclipse, fire, whatever. That time was a topsy-turvy time. Things switched. I literally felt it. Was it on a live? I think I was on a live or something, and I was like, whoa, I feel dizzy or something. Um, but things literally did switch. And it really is I'm not a hope dealer. So I just want to make this clear that it really is our turn. I know it doesn't look like it, doesn't feel like it, but it really is our turn. And this is the response to the change of energy. Because there is going to be freedom from the devil. There is going to be that. This is the energy behind it. This is why this is doing it for us. Is it's time to be released from that. It's time to turn over. Um, what? There's the other thing I'm being called to pay attention to is how much of it is about balance. It's stuck in your head too? About how much it is about balance. Is that the order of Earth has to be restored, and that's what we're working on. That's what we're actually here to do, because this is our collective reading. So, light workers, light seers, this is what we're actually here to do: is to help restore the balance, um, and to not tip over into one or the other. Because you're in the full light, you're going to miss the suffering. And I mean our suffering. I mean misunderstanding or other people's suffering. So being able to walk the line is about humanity as well as spirituality. If you cross over into the white, you're gone. You're not here. You're not us. You're over on the other side. And so this walk of humanity is supposed to be between both. But there's a need for restoration. However, the way to get that is going to be to disregard um, to disregard the rules. Hmm. Okay. The other thing too that I'm seeing here is how they tried to keep us separated. Okay. All right. Yeah. So they tried to keep us separated. He keeps coming. He keeps coming back. Look at him, King of Cups. He keeps coming back. That is definitely JB in the EO. And somebody else now. Hold on. Somebody's coming to the front. Who is this? Mark? No. I guess I have to remember I say EOBO, right? EO and then Barack O. Um, I don't know. Hmm. Got it. Got it. The illegal guy. The guy in the upside down, the King of Swords, Russell Vote, Peter Thiel. Um, this isn't Peter Thiel. Netton? What's his card? I don't know what his card is. Maybe it's that one. I don't know who else would be right now. It's not coming to my head yet, but it's something to do with the government. Because if you notice, here's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is our minor arcana military card, and then there's the government, the Hierophant, right after it. This is telling a story. So we have to hold the light and not be dissuaded or disheartened by their darkness, by their manipulations. We have to follow our spirit, follow the messages. Okay. This also is speaking to me about self-governing. Is like keep your energy, not energy, keep your I guess joy scrolling. Like keep feeding yourself joy. Keep finding reasons to laugh. Keep creating light. Like you have to create it. Keep creating light. Keep sending out the energy. Monsters Inc. is what I always think of. Is change the source of energy from fear to laughter. And get out of your head. The Ace of Swords in reverse. That's that spiraling, like downward spirals. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Yeah. So they have, through the internet, through manipulations, they have kept us separate as well. And they want to hide the darkness. But the darkness can't be hidden. The light will find it anyway. But that said, we need to restore our balance. We need to restore the balance of the earth. We need to create more light. And that doesn't mean being impervious to pain. It means not being penetrated by pain. Let me see something here. Why are you talking to me? In reverse. Clinging to the past, fear of change, sentimental attachments, forces of destruction, mortality, end of hope. Yeah. Okay. That's what it is. That's the end of hope and feeling lost. So this keeps you out of alignment. Oh my God. So many stories. All right. Let's do our actual reading. Don't want to close my eyes. The Hermit. Our inner light in this darkness. Find your source. Because he is trying to get us. All right. So, what is the message you have for the collective? What is the message you have for the collective, for the energy workers, for the light seers, the light workers in this time? What is the message that you have in this time? Is that mine? No. Okay. Would have been great, but no. What is the message that you have? I swear I heard another one. Okay. In this time, what is the message that you have? Any more? No? Any more? Yes? No? Any more? Any more? Okay. Just want to make sure I heard correctly. All right. She was in that deck. She was right under the Hierophant card. Ooh, crazy, crazy, crazy. They're all in the reverse. And the interesting thing is the two queens in the center and the two majors on the end. Yep, 40 minutes in. Thank you. 40 minutes in. Timestamp the collective reading. Perfect. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I just heard change your focus. Because I'm looking at this card, right? How did y'all end up all the way over here? Sorry. I'm looking at this card, the Tower, and you see how this squirrel is like, I don't want to say looking at it. I don't want to say staring. The squirrel is, yep, we're live right now. The squirrel is, what word do we want to use? If I won't say helpless, but it's kind of like the squirrel is us. So it's like watching all this stuff happen where you feel out of control. Hmm. It's like, I won't say helpless. It just feels like it's out of your control, right? um, it's just so much, right? So it's just like so much. Like, you see, there's a lightning strike, the disintegrating butterflies. This is your home that's being impacted. Even the nuts, the things that you would have for sustenance, has been attacked. Um, and butterflies representing hope and hope disintegrating. Mm, there we go. This is where I'm getting the goosebumps about hope disintegrating. But we didn't get it in this way. We got it this way. And this is where I hear change your perspective. Is it devastating? Absolutely. Is it burnt down? Pretty much. But change your perspective because now it's an opportunity for what? Okay. So I have a friend, right? I have a friend who got bitten by a spider at work. Turned out it was a black widow. She got bitten by a spider. She ended up having to go to the hospital. But it was while she was in the hospital that they discovered she had water on her heart. This is not a discovery she would have made on her own. Like she had to have some kind of operation, something with her heart. I can't remember if it was like a small heart attack or something. That's something she would not have discovered on her own had it not been for the spider bite. The spider bite itself was devastating. It made her leg hurt, it made her leg swell, etc. Right? Um, That in itself is devastating. But it's because of that something else got revealed that would have been life ending. That's what's going on now. It feels devastating, but it is a catalyst for something more, something better. There will not be a complete descent into darkness, not as long as we have the light. These feel like cautions. The fact that there are two queens next to each other, one of knowledge and communication, and one of our values and our potential for growth, financially and otherwise. And they're both in the upside down. These two very strongly feel like cautionary tales to me about don't lose yourself. Whoa, this is crazy. Hold on. You said 45 cents difference? I gotta see what ours is because we vacillate too, but we're not as high as you guys. Um, wow. Don't sing that song. Don't get that song back in my head. Don't get that song back in my head. Okay. This is interesting. There's something else here that I need to know. Because again, this is our reading. A reading for the light seers, the light workers. This is our reading. You guys are seeing them in the upright. But like, there's peace here. There's peace here, and then there's wisdom here. And they're in the upside down. Peace and wisdom. Let me see what other words are working with the light seers because they have different words, a different interpretation. This is sharp, cold communication. Try to use your words wisely and refrain from being mean or emotional or indifferent. It's a message to use your head more and your heart less. Okay. So that's that reactionary, like don't be reactionary. Okay. 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 And they are very gorgeous cards. Um, this here is financial stress. Yep, that's coming. Being self absorbed, smothering others, helicopter parenting, overindulging, work home imbalance, materialism in the reverse. The caution is to not overextend your energy and avoid enabling others by over mothering them. We're not here to fix this. Your nurturing and down to earth approach will give stability and support to those in your life. There we go. Oh, that was your cue that I'm there we go. We can't be the fixer. Um, okay. So we can't stop that from happening, but we can't let it make us feel helpless or powerless. We do have the power. The power is in our presence. That's this. The gift of who we are. That's this. Our natural gifts. And so lending our presence is going to help people with stability and feel supported. This doesn't mean giving of yourself until you are depleted. This is saying exist as you were created. And this time is not, I keep thinking about it because pentacles are slow, right? Pentacles are earth. Things on earth grow slow. We talked about the bamboo already, how the bamboo stays on the ground for about 3 years. It doesn't look like nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden, it is growing like a foot a day or a foot an hour or something like that. It just grows really, really fast. Um, so this would be slow, but given that it's in the reverse, the time is now. We don't have time to wait and figure it out and um, think about it. And it was just in my heart. And no, show up how you're meant to show up. For instance, I just thought of a client right now who's writing a romance novel or who wants to write a romance novel. And she's like, I've been thinking about it, think about it. And it's like, okay, well, thinking doesn't help anything. Just thinking about it doesn't help anything. So, how does that help in this time? It helps not with the escape, but it also helps people build and keep and have a dream. It also creates a vacuum or a bubble where there's a moment where they can leave behind the realities of things that scare them, right? Like if you read a romance novel while the sky is bombing, that means you're finding your moment of peace, which will strengthen you to go back out and do what you need to do. So this always happens. Is like even in the worst times, people still need those things that bring them joy, that bring them light. People go get their nails done. Well, not anymore because that shit costs too much money. Um, but like the gardening, showing up and just gardening. Like if you guys have live capability, for instance, on TikTok, you don't have to talk about the world and the government and what's happening now. If you're a gardener, you can literally plop that shit up on live, and then just be gardening and talking about things that um, come in your head to talk about, or talk about nothing. I literally watched people harvest strawberries. And I was like, dang, that's fast. And I was fascinated by how they harvested the strawberries. Now, mind you, they were immigrants. And I think that was such a brilliant thing for them to do with their platform. They weren't talking to people on the camera, they were doing their work. Somebody just plopped up the camera. I don't know how they did that because my camera would have said, girl, it's too hot, and would have shut off. But they were doing it. They had it on the little push cart or whatever they were using to go through the fields, and you just watch them package strawberries as they pick them, and you're just like, wow, fascinated. I watched somebody in Korea go fishing. They just plop the shit up, and then you just watch them go fishing out in the thing. I watched somebody do rice patties, like they were just tending to the rice patties, and they weren't talking to us, but we were fascinated enough to watch. It's like to just watch and see an experience that we don't get to have. Um, just like we watch people play games, so those kinds of things. It's like finding a moment of joy or peace or just calm. And also it creates humanity. So like if you're out in your garden, just put the thing up. Do you have to necessarily talk? I mean, it'd be great. That helps create community. But and you can just pop a little mic on your lapel or whatever, wherever you put a mic, and then just go do your work and share whatever messages come on your heart while you're doing it. The point of it is not about virality and not about even monetization, but the point of it is to show up as the person you are called to be, to show up in alignment, to bring more light into the world, to Monster Inc. Like to flip it where it's not fear, it's laughter. It's not fear, it's laughter. It's not fear, it's joy. Like we have to create more light in the space of dark. Darkness is trying to crowd and take over literally. When you put out more light, you get to combat the darkness. Like if you look at this Tower card, all this darkness, even the thing that destroyed this was light. Even the thing that destroyed it was light. And your wisdom. Some of you are not sharing your wisdom. You have so much inside of you. If it's not online, it should be in your community or amongst your family or volunteer at school or something. There are things for you to be doing that you need to be sharing your wisdom because I can guarantee you these young people are terrified. If we are, they definitely are. And they need to see people have who can be an example. Um, they see enough. I don't know how this thing keeps turning. They see enough of the bad examples everywhere, right? They're bad. Bad is loud. Bad is very loud. It's so loud to the point that people think it's omnipresent, that it's everywhere, and it's not. It's just loud. There are more good people than there are bad people. That's just the way it is. The thing is, bad is loud. Good has been trained into submission and quiet humility. When good should be louder. So the Queen of Swords, she's the Queen of wisdom, of knowledge, of truth. And while there was the other part of that message, and I'm going to repeat what that was, this is also about you not walking in, being, showing up as your own truth. A message to use your head more and your heart less. Uh huh. Strive to use your words wisely and refrain from being mean or emotional. So yeah, like again, the way to combat dark is with light, and truth is light. Truth is light. Truth destroys things that were never sustainable in the first place. That's why we have to watch it burn. That's the other thing. The other message that I got here was with us being between the tower and the reverse hangman. I got it has to burn. It has to. That's why we can't do like we can't solve things. Like women, we always try to solve things for the most part, and that's not our job here. Our job is not about solving the problem. Our job is about illuminating not just the problem but also the solution. So what I like here, this is why I'm coming to this book, because they have some great information here. Everything that I use, by the way, is in my description and inside of my Amazon store. So everything that I have, every book, every card, everything is in my Amazon store. Um, but anyway, it says here, not everything is a threat. The world is not inherently evil. I love that I just said this. The world is not inherently evil. Don't nurse old wounds and let past suffering smother your chance for a happy future. Learn to trust again. Don't assign blame. Assuming malicious intent creates a cycle of negative actions and feelings. When we expect to be hurt, we act defensively, alienating others more. This is why I'm saying show up in your knowledge, your purpose, show up, because it makes us remember we had earlier the hermit card. It makes us want to withdraw, to go within. And we really need to be blooming and blossoming and spreading our light because the dark is loud. Um, so it says here, when we expect to be hurt, we act defensively, alienating others more. There is often a more benign explanations for others' behavior. Um, anyway, I like this. Even though this is um, to a work situation. It says a bump from your colleague's chair doesn't have to be a declaration of war. So it's like even though we did what we did, it doesn't have to be war. And I think that would deflate them worse than anything. However, we're dealing with men. And what are men gonna do? They're gonna men. So anyway, the other thing too says the queen's intelligence is being used as a weapon for bitterness. Um, I have seen some people sharing their hurts and or spreading their message in a negative way as if they are doing something positive, and you're not. You're just adding to the darkness. Um, so it's like even though her negativity is directed outward, it's likely because she feels empty within. I'm going to tell you, if you're spewing negativity, the fruit looks like the tree. Okay. So she may be excessively critical, never satisfied, draining, and toxic. Unwittingly, she causes the same suffering to others that she herself felt. Okay? So the reflection to this is yes, the world is full of cruelty, but do beauty, kindness, and wonder coexist beside it? Blocking out life's paradoxes make us stagnant, sick, or weak. Do you believe that others only bring trouble and heartbreak? Without love, camaraderie, or friendships, hearts turn cold. So, what is the cost of being too guarded? And then with the pentacles here, see, I love that it makes you like think a little bit more in words. So in Pentacles, it says here, reversed, this queen may be messy and unkempt. Gone is her beautiful sanctuary. She can be jealous and spiteful, unhappy to see others achieve. She takes great pride in her material possessions, even if they are in disrepair, as she depends on them to combat her inner feelings of worthlessness. That's the other thing. Queens are internal energy, by the way. So even if they are in disrepair, she depends on them to combat her negative feelings of worthlessness. She neglects both self and others. They are mirror images of her despair. Again, watch that. So have you learned to serve the needs of others without addressing your own? You may repress those needs and lash out in forms of tantrum or manipulation. What needs have you been hiding from your partner, your family, or your colleagues? How can you ask for them while respecting the boundaries and agencies of others? So these are the keys. Take care of yourself. It's not vanity. Our bodies mirror our inner world. When we see someone who is well groomed, they exude confidence. When you take care of your body, you develop confidence. Curate your environment. Take some time to clean. That's what I got to do. Take some time to clean and organize your physical surroundings. An organized environment creates clear thoughts. And then create a care routine. Work from the outside in. Clean your home once a week, clear out your wardrobe once a month, and dress up every day, or something like that. So this is also that self-care part, right? So again, showing up is the other thing too. Showing up for you, showing up for others. The other thing here is the hangman in reverse. And the hangman in reverse tends to mean feeling stuck um, and feeling hopeless. I don't know runes, so I can't read on the runes. Um, yeah, that makes sense. Is showing up what we can be better and yeah, like we got to put our light together. Is a huge part of the word here. Yeah, see, stagnation, self sabotage, holding on to something that isn't meant for you, a tendency to be a martyr, which these are cautioning you against as well. So, um, so this feels like where a lot of us are, and we're being cautioned to do something different. Again, our very first card that came out was the wheel. And so it's time to rebalance. It's time to put things into alignment. We're out of alignment. We're out of alignment. And again, I asked about in this moment, and I understand that. Like we're looking at this war stuff. We're hearing about people being killed, military people, everything. Um, we're hearing about that. And so it might be some hopelessness here. But remember, there's dark energy at play. And again, Monsters Inc. Like I keep being shown and going to Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is that dark energy feeds on your fear. It feeds on your fear. It feeds on your despair. It feeds on your negative emotions. Starve it. Get out of stagnation. Move. Action. Do things that light you up. Do things that are going to help you spark energy that combats the fear. Because this has to go down anyway. It has to. Because it wasn't sustainable. This is like a rotting bark, right? So it has to go down. And what happens? You can resist, you can hold on, and in doing so, block your own blessings. You'll miss what is actually for you. Anything more to this message? Okay. This is all about stagnation. I'm feeling so much stagnation here. I'm feeling so much stagnation here. You're not following your spirit, your intuition. It's asking you to do so. Because if we had read this in the way that you actually see it, if this had come out in the upright, this would be an amazingly powerful and strong message. And the thing about this reading is, this is possible. The way that you're seeing it is more than possible. In fact, it is what's needed. Notice what is in the upright and what's in the reverse. Stop letting them have your mind. Stop letting their messaging burn down your world. This is crab in a bucket, this challenge, this thing of trying to hold you down and hold you back. We're in the reverse of this. And this right here is trusting the universe, trusting the spirit, trusting your inner guidance. Releasing and letting yourself fall into the spirit. Leaning back into the spirit. This is what's necessary to get this reading the way that you see it versus the way that I'm seeing it. Because I'm seeing it all in the reverse. Now, if you had seen it the way you see it, going from the tower to going from a transition into personal power, come on. This is a powerful reading. And this is yours. If you be the fool and trust what you're being told, trust your own guidance. Stop looking at their messaging. Because their messaging is fuel for their energy. That's the fear. All that negative stuff. That's what their energy, their messaging is designed for. Yours is light. Light, 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 light. So let's just look at this. Every time I see why we're moving. Every time I slam it on the table, it jolts over because I literally have you on my blood pressure pills. Let's see. Tell me what y'all think about that particular part of the message. So what are you telling me now? So what are we to be doing in March now? In March. In our now. What are we to be doing now? Let's just say now. What are we to be doing now? Are we still here? No. Okay. Which ones? These? Okay. So what are we to be doing now? Oh, shoot. It's already 6 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to have to do his hair at 7. But that's the latest I can do it. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we, the Light Seer Collective? What are we, the Light Worker Collective? What are we, the Enlightened Spirit Ones? What are we supposed to be doing now? All right. Priorities. At the foundation is realizing what our priorities are. Realize what your priorities are. Rebalance them. Tie yourself to them. Meaning, commit yourself. Commit yourself to working on what your goals are, what your priorities are. Before the night goes out, realize what your goals are for this month of March. What do you want to accomplish in this month of March? Break those down into weeks. So, okay, if you want to accomplish, uh, let's see, what do you want to accomplish in March? Um, Feel free to give an example of what you would like to accomplish in March. I know for myself, I would like to finish my book, right? My fiction work. So what do I want to accomplish in that? Is I want to get that book done, a first draft done. What is that going to take? Well, let's say I want to write 50 chapters in the month. Okay, so then I'm going to break that by week. So March has about 4 to 5 weeks. What are we going to do? I'll divide it into four and tell myself that my thing or five, I'll do it into five because it's 5 weeks. So it'll be 10 chapters a week. Okay. After that, I can break it down even more. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to do about a chapter a day or every 2 days a chapter. Now I'm getting closer to whatever my goal is and making that achievable. So this is about what are your priorities and tie yourself to them. Be committed to doing them. That way, every time you achieve what you're setting your goals to be, that's more light. Okay? What's going to challenge you is one is going to be your brain. So it might be feeling burnt out or might telling yourself, I don't feel like doing this today. Um, Self-sabotage is going to be your problem, right? So that's going to be something to be aware of. So if it comes out, I don't feel like doing this, ask yourself, why don't you feel like doing this? Are you intentionally not working on your goal? Is this an intention thing? Because if we need a day off, cool, I'll take a day off. Or are you sabotaging? So, one of the things that you're going to need to do here is realize the why of what you're doing because self sabotage is almost a guarantee. Okay. So, keep your priorities in order. Be aware that you are going to self sabotage your own priorities because you have before. In fact, there have been things in the past that have caused you a lot of anxiety. We're all here because of that, right? Because this last year has been hell and it's not looking like it's changing much. But I'm telling you, it's changing a lot and it's changing faster, the tower, than we realize. So, so there are things of not having told the truth to ourselves, hence Nine of Swords, meaning I'm going to do this and then you don't do that. So you've lied to yourself. Therefore, you broke your own trust. And therefore, that's your doubt and your self sabotage of why you're not going to put your priorities in place. So this is releasing yourself from the past of your own anxiety, of your fear, of whatever else is in your way. Um, Release that so that you can still do your priority. Because your current energy is this: you are beat the F up. Oh my God. Because the Nine of Wands is our survivor card, right? You're going to survive and live another day. That's our survivor card. But for us, for a lot of us, we are feeling very overwhelmed. We are feeling as if this battle is won by the wrong people. I'm telling you, this is just emotion. Okay. This is not fact. This is emotion. This is the messaging that you're receiving. This is not fact. Okay. And honestly, remember, they're manipulating the message as well. They're manipulating it. They don't tell you whole truths. They don't tell you you have the power. They don't tell you any of that. So they're manipulating the message. Um, because the energy over, oh my God, the energy over all of this, honey, is the ultimate source of energy, the sun. Okay. The sun. So This is going to be success. This is that what you put your mind to, the goal that you're setting, the light that you're trying to create, it will be created. It will be. That's what's almost a guarantee as the energy behind this. Now, will it happen? That depends on you. But the intention is it actually will. And there's a horse there, fire horse, you know? But the intention there is it actually will. And if you notice, these are sunflowers. They look for the sun, and that's your job. Your job is to look for the light. The darkness is in our face. Look for the light and turn your face towards that. Okay? And that's a new thing too. The baby. That's a new thing. Um, and this is like realizing how hostage you have been to the messaging. This is the Eight of Swords. You see the Nine of Swords you had in the past? This is the Eight of Swords. So this is realizing where the messaging is coming from. This is realizing how it has made you feel. It makes you feel frustrated, bound, unable to do much or to break through. This is the lesson to be learned, is that you get tied up when you allow the dark to rule. Okay? So outcome. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to change this outcome. This is what's letting you know what's ahead, and this is getting tangled up. Now, are you going to win at the game of Cat's Cradle? Or are you going to allow hands to come in and mess you up? They shouldn't get to touch the game. Exactly, getting your health and self care back on track. So that's your priority. And also, that's what pentacles are. They're also health, right? So this is really telling here, because the Cat's Cradle is a fun game. I play this a lot. It's between you and another person, right? And you are moving the chords or the string with your fingers. But then here we have people trying to get in and do that. With the Five of Wands, that's about being challenged. That's about, um, not necessarily competition, but it's kind of like it. The difference between the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords for me is that the swords are sharper, so they can actually, cause damage in the competition and the challenge. This is messaging, and this is wood, and wood can be broken. So it doesn't necessarily have to be able to win. Um, Let me give you what the lesson is in that, because that's a big thing here. Five of Wands. I keep forgetting wands are first. So, Five of Wands, it's know your principles. Remember your values and keep them in mind when the going gets tough. Try to stand by them. Give the benefit of the doubt. Try to see the good that others want out of this conflict. Being objective about the intentions of others can keep you focused on your own values instead of being frustrated by theirs. Finding common ground. Take criticism constructively. Understand other people's goals and find places that you can connect. That's only with things that are worth that, by the way. Please understand that. It's not for you to do that for everybody. So tension and conflicts are indicated here. Many voices are struggling to be heard, and instead of working together, they're fighting for supremacy. There is rivalry, competition, and egotism. The conflict can also be internal, as the Fool sorts out many possible scenarios in her head. Remember, we had that Fool card. So to rise above, we must integrate and use the diversity of viewpoints to build something that truly stands the test of time. So with tension and innocent actions can be construed with tension, innocent actions can be construed with malice. Everyone points the finger at each other, ready to fight. But how can you avoid being pulled into this? That's the key. How can you avoid being pulled into this? What is the common vision? When others treat us with suspicion, we may escalate the situation with anger. Is your ego coming into the picture? And how important is it for you to be right? So there's some things that are ahead for March. And it seems like I want to say it's kind of like a test. Like, what did you learn? Like that kind of thing. Meaning, are you going to stay focused on your goals and achieve them? Or are you going to let people get in the way of it? The intention of it here is that you would be successful. But with this outcome, this is kind of for me a fork in the road. Meaning, what are you going to choose? Are you going to play this game right, or are you going to let people get in your head and mess up the way that you're playing? So this feels like an open path here. Not necessarily an answer. It's basically telling you what your actions need to be, meaning you need to be focused on you. You need to write your priorities. You need to be aware of the self-sabotage. You need to understand the messaging that they try to use against you. That where your fear is often because of them. And them being external, but also them being internal. Like, because you could still be carrying some of the stuff from the past into your life, telling yourself that you're not worth whatever it is that you dream of doing, whatever that priority is for the month of March. So I'm really, especially with the full moon coming up. I think it's full moon. Figure out what it is that you want to do for the month of March. Like, make one nice goal that you're going to stretch to, that if you accomplish it, it's going to feel like a nice burst of light. Like, it's the energy, the joy that you need. Make that goal your focus for the month of March through all of this, because the world's still going to world. The world is still going to world. Every card I just stopped on was really, really nice. The Nine of Cups I stopped on, the Page of Swords I stopped on, and then the one before that was the not the Hierophant, the chick, oh my God, who's she called? The one with the intuition. Every single one I just stopped on. The Ace of Wands. Those three cards that I just stopped on each time while I was talking to you just now, all very beautiful, strong cards. So this is exactly along the lines. Focus on your goal and achieve it. Don't let this stuff get in the way. Play the game, sure, but you win. You don't let them change your mind or your energy, because this is all this frustration caused by them. Don't enable their takeover of your own mind. This is very interesting. Does that make sense? Help me with this, please. Give me more message on that Five of Wands. Yeah, see, this is letting them take you out of balance. Don't let them take you out of balance. The Ace of Cups, this is ultimate intuition and, spiritual renewal and new things. If it's coming out in the reverse, this is you letting them get in the game. Do not let them get in the game. That's Nine of Pentacles. All this stuff in reverse is, it feels like a lot of people are letting them win. Don't let them win. They win when they have your mind. Don't let them have your mind. Okay, so if we stay focused on our own goals, if we continue to generate the light, if we continue to stay on our path of priority and purpose, what outcome are we looking at? What is the other possibility of the outcome to this reading? There we go. It feels like a reconnection with self. Again, another emotional card, another cup. It's reconnecting with self. That's like self-love. That's like a little bit of healing, just a little bit of healing. Look, then we got the Knight of Cups. It's like, again, giving love to yourself. Giving love to yourself. Okay. So that's your choice. Basically, those are your two choices. Is being emotionally out of balance or restoring love and trust with yourself when you play this game. Are you going to let them in and to mess with your mind? Or are you going to establish your own rules, play your own way? And to go with that other message that was part of it was like, sometimes people give you things you didn't think of. Like, they have a perspective you didn't think of. So it's like, even when you're playing the game, somebody might go, Interesting. The Tower and Justice in reverse. What was I say? Oh, they might, you might learn a way that you didn't think of before. Like, you might know something you didn't think of before. Weakness. All this reversal, man. This is the energy that some of y'all are stewing in now. God, I don't like it. Don't be hopeless. Because again, there's the Two of Pentacles. And that was in our reading, was in the upright. So this is telling me this is where you guys are. Feeling hopeless, feeling helpless. All this is in the negative. All this is in reverse. This is the only one that's a value. That's a value. That's lies. Look at all these reversals. That's wild. I think some of y'all need cleansing. Meaning of your own cleansing. Please don't play the victim. Okay, I needed that. Because I just feel not like me. You see what I'm saying? I don't know whose energy that is. If it's collective or if it's just, I don't know. Y'all have to let that go. I don't know. Don't let them have your mind. I think this war thing has thrown some of you off. Like unable to plan and see a different future. But look, there's good. There's good. It just takes time to grow in your own life. Ace of Wands. Tap back into your own spirituality, your own self-awareness, your own knowledge, so you can receive what's next. Release their hold on your mind. Oh, exactly. Don't be tied to them. That's a Lover's card. And that was on its side. So it's like, what are you going to decide to do? Being in a toxic relationship with them, where you feel overpowered, or what? Find a different kind of love. One that gives you, that helps you fill up, as opposed to one that takes from your energy. What are you going to be doing? Which partnership do you want? And with them having your mind, this is the one you get. With you having your own mind, this is the one you create. Okay. Is that it? Nope. Look, it's all good. Look at this. It's all good. Everything going down is not a bad thing. I have to tell you that. This is honestly not a bad thing. Yeah, it was intense. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. You got to get into your own creativity, your own spirituality, and wield your own power. Creativity is where a lot of us will be able to channel, receive messages, and create light. So that will be literally creativity. Like painting, singing, dancing, handwork, whatever it is. But I still see people in the soil. So that's also planting, gardening, creating life, so to speak, tending to life, using your power for good, right? Creating more light. Because there's an end to this, and it's like hold on to hope, hold up, hold on to faith, hold on to things you've already been told, the intuition, um, the messaging. The story will end the same way. It will always end the same way. They will lose. The only variable is how much time it takes. That's it. So if you hold on to hope, create more light, then I think the time goes faster. I really do think the time goes faster. Yeah, they're sad, mad, and frustrated. Yeah, a few cried. Oh man. I mean, I understand. I do. I do. But now it's like, what do we do with our power? You know, it's like understand you're not hopeless. You're not powerless. Um, so what are you gonna do? And it's like exercise your voice in the way that you can. So, like you said, you're in vet groups and stuff, and they understand. I mean, there's been no war more blatant than this one. Like, there's literally been no war more blatant than this one, um, to point to you that it's all a lie of what's happening. There's none more blatant than this one. Um, and the fact that it's in the open is like a challenge. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? All right, so let's see what we have to look forward to for the month of March. More lies, more creative messaging. So let's see. Let me see a map. Not a map. What do you call those things? A calendar. Let me see a calendar. March. Why does that say calendar, man? March 2026. Okay, yeah, we got 5 weeks. So let's do this 5 weeks. Let me clear that. That sounds sharp. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get into March 2026. What do we have to look to? Which cards am I using? All right. So, okay. March 2026. I feel so. The energy is crazy pants. The energy is crazy pants. Oh, Lord. That took 92 minutes? Oops. Oh, it took. Jeez. That took a lot. Sorry. It took 52 minutes. Energy is crazy pants. The energy is really bad. Not really. Well, yes. Really bad. Look at this. Um, rejecting it. Like there's a rejection. This is emotional, right? This is emotional, and this is the messaging. And this really is a lot of what you just said, Carly, about that, like knowing the lies. So there's a rejection here. This isn't the Iraqi war. We know what's happening. We didn't get hit by our towers or anything. Look at that. Look who revealed themselves. Because I was holding this fine. But this is breaking of the partnership, right? Another cup card. So it definitely is about like not buying into the lies anymore. Like, no, I don't want it. And this is like 1, 2, 3. So it's like Iraqi war, Vietnam war, like all these things you lied to us about. We don't want it. We don't want it. We don't want it. We are not. Um, we're not falling for it again, right? And this is like the people who have already been through it. That's literally veterans, but that's also some of us too, right? You see it, right? Um, yeah, February is definitely an energy roller coaster, but we said that was happening. And it's really interesting because he's looking this way. He's looking at these other cards, and it's like, no, I'm rejecting it. Um, I've survived all this not to be here again. I'm rejecting this. I can't buy this anymore. And it's breaking up with it. I'm breaking up with the lies of a division or party. I'm breaking up with all of that. I'm breaking up with this. Um, it feels like the message I'm hearing is that people are done. That people are tired. Okay. All right. So let's look at overall the munch. Hold on. No, no, no. Yeah, but this is definitely how it's gonna go. The Emperor, who I'm now looking at as Net. Net is the Emperor. Um, then we have that this is not the victory you thought it was. Like you're not going to be able to sell this message to us because things will be revealed, right? So things are going to be revealed. Like we will see them. Does that work? That's still too. I'm trying to figure this thing out here. Things will be revealed. Um, the truth is going to be revealed. We are. Sorry, dropped you. I don't want to lose the camera like I do when I drop it, so I'm trying to be careful. Is that too high? That brings a shadow. Where's the shadow coming from? Me or? Let me see if the shadow's mine. 1 second. Is the shadow me? That's still too close. It's too close. So let me try one more thing. Running. There we go. Is that good? But then you can't read it. I need you to be a little bit more overhead. And it's not working. It's not working. Oh, actually, factually. Let's try this. Because I want you to see the cards better. There we go. There have been more clips of red headers. Hold on. Is that better? Can y'all see them, read them? I don't know. Now it feels too bright. You're too far in the brightness. Whatever. We'll make it do what it do, baby. No, that's too close. I'll just hold them up like I've been doing. Right? Does that do? Eh. Feels like this light is too bright. Maybe I'll change it down. Anyway. So, what are you saying? There are more clips of Red Hat, some now former, calling into news stations and pissed off finally about everything they're doing. It's like literally the last thing. And we talked about this, I think, before, where we said, once it gets to your children, and that's what this war is about now. Now, because they're talking about conscripting or drafting children back into the war. So no, right? And then the thing with Anthropic is that, like I said, this is what I've been afraid they were getting to because I kept seeing it, and that is about the drone police state. This is where they want to go, and basically they're using the war to test it. On one hand, right? All this is allegedly, and this is just interpretation and for entertainment purposes only, and this is just me thinking out loud. That said, Sorry. I get really thirsty. There are several factors of why this war, and one of them is the discovery of antimony, which was made last March. Was that they discovered this really, really rare mineral earth, which is used in weaponry and is flame retardant, and would China at this current time owns the most of it. So Iran found 10% of the global population's antimony. And we already know a lot of the tech boys have been fueling what's happening, the tech and AI boys. They need it. They want it. And then you have Mr. Turn the World Blue, the emperor. So there are a few factions and factors into why we're here, and none of it has to do with protection of American people or Iranian people. And the fact that he released that, and I'm saying he, but we all know that he's dead, right? And that this is really just the faction behind him, the crime syndicate. So for them to spout that foolishness, like to offer that foolishness of this is for the people and this is for our future, it's a burden nobody wants to carry. They don't buy this shit. Nobody's actually buying this shit. And I know I said it on our live when we had initially looked at the video yesterday, but I was like, this is Lord Farquaad. And then I get on TikTok and everyone's sharing that this is Lord Farquaad. I was like, okay, not just me. Yeah. So it's really interesting. Look, see, there he is. This stupid ass emperor who is making us carry the burden of the message and using the American people as a pawn to do his war, to help him conquer the Middle East. Look at this. Who wants to buy these lies? And then we have people who have taken their money who are afraid to speak out because these people are ruthless. They killed children on purpose. Why would that be your first strike and not a oops? They kill children on purpose. Come on, are you serious? That's not America. To do that, that would be this person. They're ruthless. That's not us. Like, yeah, we have idiots and really mean people who will do stuff like that, but that's not us. Not as a unit. That's not us. Look, military is ready. I think that EO is closer than ever. Because look, I think the active duty is closer than ever. The veterans have to put that pressure on. They have to. Because that's who people will listen to. But this is here. See, it is the vet community. Once again, it is. Because now it's your children. Because who is of age to be in the military right now? Your 20-something-year-old kids. Your 18, 19-year-old child. And then we got too many people who have been in wars that are not justified, such as the Iraqi, the Afghani, etc. So, as you said, y'all know the lies now. And to watch this blatantly happen and to hear them use exact same terminology of why we got into the Iraqi war, come on. So there is movement that is definitely going to happen. There's movement that's definitely going to happen, and it is going to be justified. And I'm telling you, April's a big deal. April is a big, 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 big deal. Fire, water, air. coming together. We're only missing. Oh no, I lost the camera. Hold on. Let me get the camera back. Okay. There we go. Camera is back. All right. So again, the only thing we were missing was earth. Fire, water, air, it's moving. So almost everybody's there. The only people who are not there are the money people. Congress. The people are there, the veterans are there, the law is even there. What's missing is Congress, is the money people. And that's where the disagreement is. And it's still split between party. You see that word? Incompetence. It's still split between party. Are people going to the Capitol? I hear noise. I hear crowds. I hear mob. I hear noise. I think people are going to the Capitol. This leader is not going to take him. This looks like Mikey J to me. This leader is not going to take a stand at all. He can't. He can't think for himself. I hear people are going to the Capitol. And the weather is getting warmer. Child, this was not the right time. People are going to the Capitol. Almost everybody is in alignment here. Almost everybody here, and if you notice, this was all in the upright. It's in the reverse to me, but these came out in the upright. Almost everybody's in alignment. Money people, the Congress, they're not. They are in disagreement. And I think the Capitol is about to be. The word I got was sieged. Oh shit. You see what I just split to? I think it is about to be sieged. People are about to march onto the Capitol. People are about to march onto the Capitol. And they'll kick them out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh wow. Okay. Okay, hold on. Somebody's showing themselves. Oh. Did y'all see how this card just came? Like it just unhinged? Look what it just showed me. Yeah. The Capitol is about to have some visitors. Because this right here is blatant. The incompetence and the treason, sedition, high crimes, this is all blatant. And it's too much because now our kids are involved. It's too much. So there's that 16. I think this might be what you were talking about, Carly. Was it Carly? Was it you who was talking about the 16th? Or it might have been Maddie. Here's the 16. I think the Ides of March or something is going to happen. Oh, he's not calling them in session. I think this is the Ides of March stuff that's going to happen. Last March 16 is when they did the plane. That's when I had the dream. So overall message here is that people are ready. We're waiting on Congress, and because Congress is not going to be moving, what I hear and what I just envisioned on a quick little vision quest is that there will be Capitol visitors. This is the energy. You do what I say do, or we're burning this shit down. This is the energy. It's weird. I'm hearing you want to wage war on the people? Fine. We'll bring it. Oh, damn it. I mean, it's good. In the respect of the story is now being propelled faster towards the end. And the end's not us. The end is not us. So, overarching message of March. This tower won't go back in. The tower won't go back in. That's the entire message of March. The tower won't go back in. The people are going to confront the government. What was that? Exactly. The people are going to confront. The people are going to confront. Let's get it. Oh, man. This is the part of the movie just before the end. This really is the part of the movie just before the end. They've had false victories. Listen, I'm a screenwriter, so I'm like, this is that part of the movie. This is that part of the movie. Refusing what you have tried to sell us. We don't want it. We are tired. You have broken us. But guess what? We're open now. We're awake now. I think the last people have been triggered. I think the last people have been triggered. You wanted a conflict, you're about to get it. You wanted a conflict, you're about to get it. That's not. I'm not happy about that at all because, oh my God, I just saw the chariot, the world, chariot again. Who's that? We are unhappy. We are unhappy, and we're going to come together in that unhappiness. Unhappy. Strategy. Walking away from the circus. Mm-hmm. That's the circus right there through the knives, through the sword. And there she is again. People are going to take their power. They're awake now. They're awake now. They're not fully awake on the issues they need to be on. Yes, yes. Oh my God. What is she doing? Is this Susie or Melanie? It's Susie. All right. So let's look at March 1 through the 7th. That's today through. Let's look at today through the 7th for America. Today through the 7th for America. Week 1. America's energy. Week 1. What are we to expect? The oligarchs. Daddy boo boo. And the imbalance with the lovers. Okay. What do we have here? Okay. Yep. Okay. We have so much work to do. Oh my God, we have so much work to do. We have so much work to do. We're finding proof. Okay. The interesting thing is we all have jobs in this time. So I'm getting a few things. We're going to have proof of the shenanigans. The proof of the shenanigans is emerging. There's forward movement in knowledge and in I keep hearing refusals, but this isn't the card of refusals, but this is I think we're about to have some abandonment happening in the military. Oh my gosh. It's the speech. The speech has pissed them off too. Some of you may die, but that's a chance I'm willing to take. The Farquaad speech. So, I don't know if we're going to hear about this. There's going to be walking away, charging into a different direction, refusals to participate. But as a distraction tactic, ICE is going to pick up. These are the two people in charge of our destruction. Okay, so we know that. They have to justify this military thing, this defense spending, all of that. The AI thing. See, we need Claude or we need Anthropic or whatever. But look what's behind this one. Hold on. Let me show you this so you don't think I did that. So I'm going to move this over. And who are we going to see? They're asking for it. This always represents teal to me, but it's something else. More people are about to go down for file stuff, but it's going to be bringing out these names. More names are going to be revealed. Oh, Russia. Remember, Russia said, or Iran said, if you strike us, we're going to let some information out. It's going to cost these people. It's going to cost these people. Look, you want the information? I'll give it to you. Let me share with you all the information. Interesting. Again, broken relationship. Again, messaging. Oh man, I think Murdoch's going to be putting it in his papers. Revealing. The oligarchs are in for quite a first week of March. Interesting. Oh yeah. Standing their ground in competition, looking at trouble. Imprisoned by the messaging, imprisoned by the truth. Absolutely. A little on the upside down with that. I think this is going to catch Christy in it too. Christy and her boyfriend. Okay. Got it. I think we're going to be trying to get the fuck about a Dodge real soon. Yep. There's the lies, the deception, but I feel like that's coming to light. The Ollies are about to have a bad first week. They're going to get wind of it. We might not yet get wind of it. I think we are, though. But they're going to get that. With him, this has broken up some relationships again, too. So this is interesting how they both have broken relationships here. And what we're going to see is that I think people are going to, in a little bit, man. Give me a second. Okay. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is the release of information about him, Starboy, and his ties to him. Because I see the walking away here. And I see them being trapped by the secrets and people making a big decision to cut them off. Their worst nightmare coming true. And they might get caught before they get to leave. Oh my goodness. More contracts lost, I think internationally. Um, yep, all this stuff coming out. And the way they've been able to balance the truth by hiding it with his greed and manipulation, having the devil, it's the end of it. We're going to hear the treason and we're going to start our new beginning. This doesn't feel like just the first week. But we're going to learn about that dishonesty and that manipulation as they plan to try to leave. Who is this again? Oh my goodness. Who is this? Is this Susie still? Is this Melanie? Yes. What is she going to do? I mean, she's already called for the resolution. But this feels stronger than that, too. Yes, because the message is going to come out and then the documents are going to rain and they're going to be weakened as people look to go overseas and then someone else is in charge. This feels like Jasmine. This cannot be the first week, can it? This is a lot. This can't be the first week. I don't know. This actually doesn't feel like the first week. But the ball will be rolling. That's in April. So what happens then that gets that ball rolling? Okay, they're going to try to 25th him by the end of the month. That's how we're going to get shady for 5 minutes. What else is happening? Definitely 25th him. I think they're going to 25th him. I think that's coming now. But will it work? Okay, that's being talked about. Impeachment's being talked about. This is okay. For these stories here, because they're on the outside, they're the energy. This first week is starting this particular path. This first week, okay, that's what's happening. This first week is starting this path. As we see, like documents gonna small amount is gonna be leaked. We're changing course here. Again, I feel like some of the military is gonna walk away. That's not all that's happening here. Oh shit. Okay, sorry. I just heard militias. Um, the People's Militia. I think people are banding together. Someone's waiting to harvest. Harvest what? Harvest the documents? Harvest the documents. What's happening here? Okay, there is going to be quite the release of information this week. Quite the release. Will it go anywhere though? Who's going to be withdrawing? Okay, somebody else is going to step down this week, but I don't know if this is even going to be us, though. I think this still might be another international player whose name comes out this week. This feels like another international player. I don't think America's going to act on the news this week. In fact, I don't even think Congress is going to act, and that's what's going to get this militia together. Congress doesn't seem like it's going to act this week either. It's slow moving. Again, Mikey J hasn't called them back in, right? So something's going to happen. Something's going to happen in that first week. We're going to get more information. It's going to cost more jobs of other people, but it does start. Have faith, you guys. Have faith, because it is starting. They will now know which way to go. Just because Congress isn't in doesn't mean Congress isn't working. There are people in Congress who are finding the path. Ah, yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Just because you don't see the entire body work on things this week that actually work, please understand they are finding exactly what they need. Hmm. Why Blue Star still? Why are you bringing him up again? Ah, they're gonna put more messaging. You'll probably see more ads. You'll probably see more things that are pro. They keep attaching Israel and Jewish together, and they don't go together. I hope y'all know that. Israel is not Jewish. Jewish is not Israel. They don't go together. So when we talk Israel, we're talking the governmental system. We are not talking about a religious group of people. They are not the same thing. And they're going to be trying to further equate the messaging that Jewish and Israel go together. So you'll probably see more of those commercials or ads starting to inundate your feeds. They're going to control the feed. Okay. Week 2. I gotta hurry up. I gotta do his hair. Week 2. Week 2. Week 2. I see her. I see her. She's coming back. She's decided yes. I see her. Okay. She said maybe on that video, but I see her clearly now. Okay, girl. You coming. What else? What else for week 2? Week 2. That's too much. Is that it though? Okay. Yep. Look who just returned. The Star and the High Priestess. 2 major arcana. Gotta pay attention. Things are going to be revealed here. Second week of March, things will be revealed, and we will be even further along the path. They are putting together a plan. That's why I said he's only going to be here 5 seconds. Things are coming together. I don't think they know. Hold on. Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. So we got the choice card over here, like trying to make this choice, trying to make the right choice. But what else is this? I have to see what the reading is to know what else that is. Um, again, this is other members in Congress not acting, but the documents that we saw earlier, they're going to return. And that, like, these two, like, it's going to return. There's our vets again. I forgot who that was, what that was. Oh, Mikey J. I do think we're going to have a siege soon, though. Yep, because there's judgment right underneath it. Okay, let me put these back up. I don't know how this goes. I don't know the order, but whatever. Yep, there we go. White House down. New perspectives, being burnt out and overwhelmed. There's the Hermit again. Yep. Isolation and wisdom. Yep. Oh my gosh. There's the Queen. Look at all this fire. Fire. Betrayal, backstabbing. Okay. All right, 1 second. Let me close my door. Oh my gosh, week 2. Interesting week here. This is going to be a growing frustration with Congress. This is going to be, I think, the formation of the group who's going to go to Washington. Because again, new perspective. And then and it makes sense because this is White House down. So I think so. I think this first week is talking about that, about how the people are overwhelmed by Congress not doing anything. The messaging is not going to be enough when they do get together. It's just not going to be enough. This feels like people getting together and that's it. We're going is the decision because this is the White House down one more time. So the messaging won't wash. What's coming out is just going to further enrage the people. And I think the people are now involved. It feels like the people are now involved because this is introspection. This guy came back. And then the Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, I think who's the Queen of Wands in reverse? The messaging is not going to wash. Who's going to be speaking? Is this no, Caroline's usually my Queen of Swords in reverse, which is right there, so that's her. Or Blondie, actually. That's Caroline. That's Blondie. I can't remember. This is the betrayal, the backstabbing. This is the shifting of priorities. Yeah. Again, failed partnerships, delays, setbacks. This is week 2 of March. I mean, we're in it. There's no getting out of this right now because now they're striking back. Help me out a little bit. What are we looking at? What's over all of week 2nd for March? Who was that? Ouch. The Page of Wands, the messaging guy. We got him right here too, didn't we? No, yep. No, we had him on the last week. Page of Wands. What is over? There's the Four of Wands. What is over this? Actually, okay. What is the messaging over? So I dropped that. Okay. Facing the truth. So this is over all of this. It's a reckoning. Hey, Jen. It's going to be a reckoning. People facing the truth and realizing what went down. There are no pentacles here other than the 2, which is interesting. So the majority here is fire. And the sword. This is a water. The hangman is a water. And this is the earth. Okay, I hear Fox News too. But that's Murdoch's paper. Okay. All right, so now looking at the energies under this, we have the star. Okay, so it's not bad. It's just revelation stuff. Um, it's not bad. It's just scary. It's not bad though, guys. Again, it has to burn down. So it's not bad. It's just really scary. I think ice is going to take another one. Yeah, I think ice is going to take another one. Another person out. But it's really weird, right? Because, on one hand, it was we're really dealing with home stuff, right? Homeland stuff. Um, we have all the terror that's happening in the different cities, and then the stuff that's happening, in our economies and stuff like that. Um, I keep hearing again, bridge too far. They spend so much time breaking the will of the people that they have now sparked the fire of the people. March is about the people. Because this is week 8 through 15, 14, 8 through 14. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think they're gonna mess up again. They're gonna take out another person because they have to react to take away from what's happening overseas now. But it feels like almost like it doesn't matter because the fire is so big now that it's now going to consume those who started it in the first place. The people have risen. I just hear mobs. I hear voices. I hear mobs. See, there's the Page of Wands again. Again, putting on their skates, getting ready. Wands, fire. It's all fire, fire, fire. Fire, 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 But the energy underneath it is air and water. So this is what I'm saying. It's not bad. This is the way. This will illuminate a lot. Um, so now looking at it again, the inability of Congress to make a real choice, to it's gonna happen. Because again, oh my God, they're sparking so much. They're sparking so much. This is the tipping. This is. I want to say the tipping point, but I think we've been there. This is. Well, no, I guess this is what you call the tipping point. Um, this is it. This is the climax. March is the climax. March is the climax. Because, like I said, the other countries are going to release more documents. They're going to tell us more information. There's a Page of Wands again. There's a Queen of Swords again. There's a Moon again. There's the Eight of Cups again. So it's all these same people over and over and over again. They're going to be lying. But the people have had enough. The military has had enough of being used. The vets have had enough of being used. The judgment is coming out. And now that you have these people burnt out, and this is it. This is it. Here's a queen, and here's our knight. And then we're going to get the doozy. And when justice doesn't happen, there's going to be a people's justice. They're going to come out. No more staying in place. And then the other people are going to come out. And then the legal people are going to come out. And then people will be released. So what we're looking at here, oh my God. Exactly. Oh my God, exactly. This is exactly it. Okay, hold on. Exactly. The story is like amazing. Just hold on, y'all. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. And we're going to stop right here. Because, like I said, no more, like, being kept in place. The people are going to take their thing, especially when justice doesn't happen the way it's supposed to. But what's going to end up happening, though, like I said, after that, is there's going to be this release because the law, the actual law, is going to step in, followed by the military, followed by the ultimate fire, the sun, revelations, and success. This will happen. Now, some man might ascend to the place of the throne by his name Shady Pants, and it's going to feel like we're moving on and that we have a new government, but nothing changes. And so they'll be challenged again. They will stand their ground. The people are the fire right now. They're about to bring it. They're going to release themselves from the devil. I'm sorry, y'all can't see it this well. They're going to be released from the devil. And then this is the wish card. So the thing we've been waiting on is going to happen. He's either going to be 25th or he's going to AI die. I think that's this month. This feels like this month. I know we're supposed to be reading the second week, but these energies are saying what this is creating. The outside energies are telling me what it's creating. I mean, I know we're going to have it rough financially. There it is. There's a 7 of Pentacles. Pentacles. I think these are going to be documents as well. Yep, because there's a strength of the people right there. And then the 6 of Swords, the moving on. And then all the documents and the unique. Oh, look, he's followed by it again. Oh, my goodness. Again, this guy, the Ali, maybe Artil, is followed by the Tower again. And I shuffled. The people have had enough. Wands are the people. The people are entering the fight. Not reaction, but now proactively. I think Ice is going to try more shenanigans. It looks like second week we might have another death. But all that's doing now is stoking the fire because the people will have their justice. The American spirit is awake. The hammer will drop. She's coming out stronger. And not just her, but also because the Queen of Cups represents also. Oh my God, what else? It feels like it represents something else, and I don't know what else. I don't know what else. It feels like it represents something else, like how the King of Cups is the EO, and then also like Biden and also other things. But hold on. 2 aces. Begin and end. Power and new beginnings. Okay, so is this week 3? Is this week 3? Yes. Is this week 3? Yeah. Okay. What else? I don't know what's supposed to happen this third week. It is going to be the real um, spring solstice. It's going to be the real one that week because that is the 19th. No, that's the 15th through the 21st. So that is the real solstice week. What's going to happen? I'm not understanding. Okay. Anything else for this third week? Mm. That has returned. The two of wands about like looking, the failed partnerships and stuff, and like looking. This was when we had it like this. It was net looking at the destruction that he was rotting. Um, this is really interesting because we also get being released from the devil here. Once again, we also get getting our wish here, and they're next to each other. Getting our wish here, being released from the devil. This is also showing us. Oh, we're proving it. Okay. Okay. I think week 3 is when that proof gets released of the shenanigans that took place, proving that she was the winner. That's what our wish is, to be released from the devil. So our actual winner was her. Okay. Like I was, these were to tell me what this was about, and that's what this is about. If we find out that they manipulated and created the shenanigans thing, and that means we'll get our wish of knowing that, which is our wish to be released from this devilish energy. So that's going to happen. Is that's going to be in place? We're going to know that for sure, because that's the energy over this. So the gift of it is that we learn about it. This is vote or document proof. This is proof, the actual evidence, the definitive proof that she was the real winner. So what is that about? Feeling trapped. What is that about? The disconnection. The disconnection. The false victory. Wielding the power. Okay. Are these the justices? Huh. Okay. Wait. Are these the justices? Okay, so then we're gonna say he has ill health. So week 3, I think, is when they say he's not well. Week 3 is when they say he's not well. Are these the justices? Explain that to me. What is that 3 of Cups in reverse about for week 3 of America? Different messaging here. Messaging that's going to come fast. Talking about the partnership. The lion has wings. This is the week he's not well. I think they might choose the AI die instead of the 25. Because this is also the health. Oh my God, y'all. Can you see on that cup? That is the medical. That's the medical symbol on the cup. Can you see the tattoo? That's a lion with wings. I think they're going to choose the AI die. which will explain the mausoleum. I think they're choosing the AI die. That's going to be rapid messaging. That's going to come out, again, manufactured because it's AI. And then they're going to break up. Who's supposed to send next? And then he's going to take the seat, feeling like he earned it, but this is false victory because is this what he's going to try to wield his own power? Or what is this? Because this is, let me see what this is. Wait, hold on. Look, 6 of Wands again. That's 6 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the upside down, Page of Pentacles. This is going to be, okay. Because what we find out is going to take away his power when we find out about the vote. Because the EO, this is just week 3. Okay, this is not going to be said out loud, I don't think. I don't think we're going to know. Okay, I don't think we know this yet. Like nobody's enacting the EO or anything yet. I think this is the part that's going to be not said out loud. Not yet. Like I said, I feel like he's going to be there for 5 minutes, and that might go into April. If you remember, I got April with a 1 in it. What is that? Empress. Russia. Russia's going to be wielding its power after he ascends. Because Russia owns teal. Okay. You know, teal, Russia, Vance. They don't want DT in there anymore. He's not listening. This is interesting. So that's what that feels like, is that... Okay, will we know this part? Okay, we might not know this part, that she was the definitive winner. I think that's what they're going to discover. So when this guy AI dies, he's going to come up and that's going to be a false victory. He doesn't know. He wouldn't know. This is a discovery. Okay. I think this is the secret part, which is that energy of that we get to be released with that EO. I think this is the secret part, and then this is the part we get to see out loud. The AI die, you know, him going ascended. This is descent within the ranks, but I think he still gets it, you know, because there's like 3 people who want to take it. But I think he still gets it. And one of the reasons he gets it is because the Empress is behind that. Yeah, there's going to be a change that week. Week 3 feels like the change. Again, don't pin me to all this. I'm just saying the way the energy is tracking right now, I think week 3 is when we get Vance. Yeah. See, that's a minor arcana death card, and we're going to be moving on. I think week 3 is when we get Vance. And that's also the week we find out about the shenanigans. I don't think we might find out. I think they get definitive proof about the shenanigans. And the shenanigans is what gets to erase them. All right, week 4. I gotta hurry up. God, it's 7:24. Week 4. Things out of balance. Okay. Moving on. I think some people are gonna still run. What happens in week 4? Week 4 of... I keep saying April. Okay. Is week 4 gonna set up April? What is that? Oh, there he is. King of Swords. Legal stuff. The thing they've been waiting on to harvest. Okay. This is the vote stuff. Because there's the magician right there. This is the vote stuff. The legal and the votes. Okay. This is interesting. What else is happening? There, Empress again. Okay, what else is happening? Goosebumps. What else is happening week 4? What else is happening week 4? We have so much going on. So much going on. Okay. You come out all the time. And then that energy too is out all the time. And then Ace of Cups. Okay. The energy, the people fighting, people standing their ground. Ooh, God, I can't believe we're escalating fast. Y'all, we're escalating really fast. Here it is again. We're escalating. Look at this. Really again. The people against false winners. And the people are more than them. Seven beats 6. 6, 7. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Oh my God. All right. Anything else for week 7? Okay. Do I count that? No. Okay, good. I wish I could have. That would have been awesome. 9 of Wands, Chariot, 9 of Cups, Death card. Shenanigans. Yep. It feels really fast. It's all wands. It's like super fast all month of March. Wands and the pentacles are the stuff we've been waiting on forever. Look, again, people running. People running. This keeps coming out. Something's clogged. And then we start to recover. It's just weird. Oh, because we find a way out. Okay, but who's going to figure that out for us? Because are they going to tell us? There's our wish card. We're going to find out. Who's this? Oh. We're going to find out. It has come to a head, y'all. Look at this. Empress again. They want Shady. They want Shady because he owes Teal. Oh my gosh. The Emperor is the net, by the way. He has a card with us. But he will be called out. We will know. We will know. The problem is they're ruthless. So they could destroy us. He wants to stay put. He is the energy of the last week. Oh yeah, because then we get into April. He's the energy of the last week. Is he going to block anything from happening? Feels like he's a big energy for the. Oh, there she is. There's Jasmine. I feel like there's a tower. Jasmine in the tower. Listen. I feel like he's a big player for. All right. So talk to me about this last. Wait, is that the? Are we on the 4th week? Is this the 4th week or the 5th week? What week are we on? I got lost. Can y'all tell me what week we're on? I forgot. Loving you, loving you, loving you, when you loving you, loving you, loving you, will we break up? Oh my God. I'm not taking that, right? No. Oh, there she is though. Queen of Swords. Susie. Page of Pentacles once again. Move these where y'all can see them. That was before. So are we on week 4 or are we on week 5? I can't remember. Is this week 4 or 5? I think this is week 5, right? Because I don't know. I should have been paying attention. I wish I can go back and see what I said. What week was that? because I think this is the last week. Yeah, it's going to be fast. The EO and fast. I think that's the last week. I think this is the last week of March. I said the third week was going to be, I don't know. I think that was the last week. I think that was the fourth week. I think this is the last week because that makes sense for the EO to show up as the energy. Does anybody know? I forgot. I think we're on the last week. What numbers did I use? It came back out. We're going to know, and we're going to know fast. It's going to be fast messaging. I think it's last week. We get a new renewal, and somebody gets discovered. You thought 7? Oh my God. I'm lost. I got lost. Oh, I should have checked it off. I got lost. I don't know where we are. Fudge nuggets. I can't look back. Okay, so group it all for me. I see this sword peeking out again. I see the sword peeking out again. Again, someone's going to get called out. But there she is again. There she is again. That's the law. That's Sue's speaking up or making something happen. And then that's the conflict. I got lost. I think this is the last week of March. Either way, we're going to group it all then. But we are looking at the last week. We are going to see new things happening. Like there is a way out, is what we're going to see. Of the war, not necessarily. I think there's still going to be more bombing happening and stuff. I think this is the 5th week. But these. You got lost too, girl? Me too. I'm like, what we going on? Because all I have is the music in my head. Loving you. I keep hearing that. But that's by Mario. Why will we break up? Oh my goodness. I will tell you, the Emperor is a very dangerous player. Because again, they're ruthless. They don't care. They just got rid of a whole school of girls. So they are the danger to us, not necessarily just Iran. Iran is now a danger, but the other eye is the greater danger because they don't care. If they feel they're gonna lose, they're gonna. It's some stuff. Being in bed with them was the dumbest thing to do. Okay, sis, when Becky's in this lost, we are definitely in trouble. Yeah, that's not helping me though. Because this is an hour in now. Okay, let's wrap it up though. I think this is the very last week. Either way, it all sweeps together. What is this? Judgment. There we go. We got Judgment peeking right under the 4 of Cups. Judgment right under. Okay. Help me out real quick though. Overall message. Allegedly. My dirty shirt. Allegedly. I just threw it back on because it was like, I have to have it for my life. Allegedly. And for entertainment purposes only, as scrolls across the video. What is this last week? What's the overall theme of this? We saw the 5 of Swords. Where is it? I guess I saw it when I was shuffling. Conflict, the votes coming out, the Magician being told, the family, the Chariot. That's not helping me. I just need one or two because some of those are already on this board. One or two. Which way was it supposed to come out? Because that's important. 7 of Wands is stand your ground again. Again, another Wands, by the way. And then the 8 of Wands is peeking out right here. And the Knight of Wands is right here. So it's fire, fire, fire. And again, the 8 of Wands is right here anyway. I just found her. Where'd she go? Oh, I lost you. I just saw you. Right behind that 5 of Swords. So there's something about that. But the 8 of Wands. So everything's going to be fast. March is going to be a fast month compared to January 300,000, 2006. January was very long. March is going to speed up. March is the part of the story, because this is the treason. March is the part of the story where, like, that's it. We don't want you. March is the part of the story that goes really fast. We had a lot of buildup. March is the part of the story that's really fast. All right, so give it to me. What is this thematically about? Overarching thematically for the 4th week. New perspective, changing the way we see things. We had that in the beginning, and the Ace of Wands. Finding our power and using it. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're finding our power and using it. So again, we have Judgment here. Under here, we have Judgment, and we have that we are going to be finding something new to do with our lives here. And then that means also finding out about the steel. So that's Judgment of the steel that's happening. So again, all definitive proof of what had happened. We have some long-awaited stuff that is going to be here. The imbalance of this. What does this mean? Priorities, values, documents. Votes. Which is this? What sideways? Okay, hold on. Okay, again. This is interesting. Okay, so we have, again, the shirking of responsibility to overwhelm the burden, the lack of effort. This seems to be my Congress card lately, in this reading anyway, of not doing what they're supposed to do. When I get the Page of Wands, that is Mikey J of not doing what he's supposed to do. So, okay, so we get proof of this, and then what happens? What's sideways? Hope so about what? Okay, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. All this Pentacles. Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. Because these were here too. Oh, what conspiracy? Girl, listen, I'm behind. I'm out of sorts. What are we talking about? 2 pages. All I know is shit is going to go fast. So we're going to be really fast. Lack of focus. Okay, talk to me. What are we talking about? Why do I keep having this song in my head? What are we talking about? Oh. You had a tinfoil conversation. All right. Imbalance, overwhelmed, financial instability. Why did I hear Schumer? Is this Schumer? Or is this Schumer? Is this Schumer? No, this feels like Hakeem. And the transition. Is he going to be called out now? Because this was somewhere in the middle, and I don't remember where. Is he going to be called out? Okay. Remember, we said we were going to get some of these stars we will find out who some of the stars are. Hold on, please explain that to me. Who's the Page of Pentacles? What's happening with that? There we are. The talk to the hand, the stop. Oh, I think that's Hakeem. Yes. I think that's Hakeem. Mm-hmm. Eight of Swords, feeling trapped. That's him. Knight of Wands. Yep, the messenger. Okay. And then he didn't make a good choice. Got tangled up with too many people in his hands, and so we didn't get real justice. So he's not going to be able to hide his crime, because we are going to find out. This knowledge will be shared, and it's going to come out fast, and that's going to be it for him, because we'll learn of his secrets and his bad choices, and we'll send him packing. But he won't be able to escape. I think Jasmine's going to call for his head. Or AOC. Because they're going to be talking about this partnership and his abuse of power, the power he had, and we got to start over. And then that's the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. That's Hakeem, y'all. Because there it is again. See, I was wondering, is it Hakeem because he sat on the information? Yes, it is. And it's going to be released. That's Hakeem. I think we're going to find out about Hakeem in this last week. That feels like we're going to find out about Hakeem in this last week. Him, I don't know if Schumer. I don't know if we're going to release Schumer. That might be Schumer here. That might be Schumer here. This feels like AOC. And that feels like Chris. I think we're going to find out about Hakeem. In that last week of March, I think we're going to find out about Hakeem. Because we're going to be looking at things, examining things, and then seeing how he manipulated things. But also the fact that he was on the take, and that's why he didn't fight. Oh my God. Using somebody else's answers. The magician came out again. I think that's Hakeem. I think we're going to find out about Hakeem. Don, you might be right. Actually, I just got goosebumps reading your sentence. Look at this. That's Hakeem. Because this card just came out with the magician, and then this card is out here with the guy on the board. Right there. I think we're going to find out about our blackberries. You know, so red they're dark. What was that? The strength card, exactly. We are going to find out. Oh, wait, hold on. The treason. We are going to find out. Oh, here comes the law. We are going to find out. The feeling is heavy, honey. It really is. But I think you're right. I think Iran knows. They do have the upper hand. They were ready. See, new beginnings. We're on a new journey. We definitely are. We're lacing up our black forces to fight and change. These are the people. The people are on a new journey. They realize nobody's coming to save them. Finally, they're saying that again. But I think this fourth week here is we're going to find out why, some of the reason of why we're in this predicament in the first place. Yeah, she might be the Queen of Swords too, actually. Or the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles feels right. She's the Queen of Pentacles, meaning she was on the take, but now she's coming back. She was the Queen of... Wait. Who's the Queen of Swords, though? When we're looking at this. And see, they're looking away from each other. She's looking out his way, and he's looking out that way. This one's trying to escape. This one's going to met the law. This is a catalyst month, not catalyst month. This is a turning point month. See, look. Iran is going to share what they were hiding. Iran is going to share what they were hiding. This is BBBBBB looking to see what happens, and some will be trying to flee. Some will be trying to flee. We even got Hill's old person, Andrew Weiner. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. That's interesting. Moving on. I do think they're going to try to put Homeboy in place this month. So to recap, things that whistleblowers here, and again, people are trying to plan, trying to leave, but we're in it. We're in the war. We'll try to end it as fast as we can, and the best way to end it is going to be to change. The best way to end it is going to be change perspective, aka change. He's waiting. That's who that is. I was going to say change leadership. That's shady, and that's the whistleblower. I don't know who Andrew Weiner is. I know you said God. Look at this. That stuff is going to come out. All this blackmail and backstabbing. All right, I'm done. No, I'm done. So March. March is going to be interesting. It's like, come up, come talk to me. March is going to be interesting. Let me put it another way. There we go. Yeah, March is going to be very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. It's going to be fast. It's going to be way faster than the last 2 months have been. And the people are ignited now. I think we are done waiting on people to wake up. This feels like everybody who's going to be up is up. And what's going to happen now is I really do think some people are going to, let me see. I really do think we're going to lay siege. That's a yes card automatically. Not siege, but go to the capital where the people don't work. Let me see. Will there be, don't do that. Yes. Yes card, and yes card. Oh, this guy. He's a no card, but he's exactly why we're talking about it, which is, will people be on the, will people go to the White House? Will people go to the Capitol? Will the people bring their fire to the Capitol? Yes. Yes. Are the people going to bring their fire to the Capitol? Yeah. Will they? Yes. 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 The people are bringing their fire. People energy. People fire. Okay. Well, that's what's happening. We're at the part of the movie where it's almost over. We're at the part of the movie where it's almost over. That might be why the White House ends up on fire. Oh, look. Libby just posted. Feeling the power vacuum in Iran. That's her first video of the night. Just in time. Okay, so yes. The people are ignited. He's a guy that was my rep and exposed himself. Ooh, and sexted. Then what do you mean by the wife thing? What do you mean by the wife thing? Excuse me. But yes, I don't feel like we're waiting on anybody anymore. I think everybody who's going to be there is there. This war was the tipping point for a lot of them who were remaining. He just now got the MAGAs on our side. And by he, I mean they. He just now got the MAGAs on our side. So our side as far as being against the wars, not our side as in being against everything else. So they're going to try to use ICE to distract us, but the people aren't having it anymore. And it's like, you want to fight? Fine, here we go. And the problem with that is nothing. Nothing at all. Because they will be overwhelmed, and you'll see some ICE people take off their uniform as well. So let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, it's like, no, but it's like the movie can't end without it. So here we go. 500 over the Saturday. Oh, it's going to be worse. They're going to the Capitol. You saw all those yes cards. All those yes cards. And the only no card was the same exact card that I got that told me that that was going to happen. And that's the tower. So I think the Capitol will have some visitors this month. And it's because the people won't, the Congress won't do what they're supposed to do. Allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Thank y'all. I went 2 hours over, but I appreciate you. And thanks for the timestamps. Matter of fact, let me write them down. But the person behind all of this is literally the person behind all of this. And it's the person who doesn't live in this country. He's behind it. This is his war, his reasons, and the money people behind him, the Tekalis, they want the minerals that are there. So, and they want it to create drone military, robot military, and they don't need it. And plasma machines, plasma weapons. Like basically the movies we've been watching, they're trying to actually create. The ones where you can blast somebody and they disintegrate on, yeah. Oh my God, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Top 8 to Hills. Yeah, pitchforks and all. I've always been seeing pitchforks, like, metaphorically speaking. Top 8 to Hills showed up for me last night. Suze, you gotta tell me what you're talking about. I want to know what you saw. Did you put it in the chat? I want to know what you saw. Do a voice note in the chat or something. I want to know what you saw. All right, y'all. Good night. Oh yeah, and don't forget, if you want to book your own readings, it's in my link.